Chris Hallows with Wallach & Volk Mortgage here. I'm assuming that you're a good person if you're watching this video and that you like to give to your fellow man, but you may be too busy. So right now we're going to give you the solution to that problem. Your solution is Hallows Foundation. We have Vicki Burton, the founder and director of Hallows Foundation, with us today. Thank you for joining us, Vicki.
Thanks for having me. This is awesome.
Yep, we're really looking forward to it. I'm personally very passionate about shadows, so please watch, please involve yourself. But let's start and talk about the core of shadows. So tell me a little bit about why you started Shadows and what's at the heart of Shadows.
Okay, so Hallows Foundation is a nonprofit. We're a 501c3. I started Shadows in about 2011. Actually, I started Hallows Foundation with Wallach & Volk as my backing, and went to you guys and said, I've got this great idea and I want to make sure that I follow through with a passion of mine to help individuals that are battling life-threatening disease. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, and there's, as we've been talking, there's so many different ways that you do that. That you help people that there's a need here, and then there are folks that want to give, but you're the bridge. And so what are the different programs that bridges that gap?
So one of the things that I did was when I started Shadows, it was actually to address disease. So, and you and I talked about this, a lot of the disease focus for me was cancer, and that's because I come from a background from cancer. My aunt passed away from cancer, and it was very devastating. Both of my parents have had heart attacks, so that's very prevalent as well into my background. But as I went through and continued to do Shadows, I realized that there's a need for different kinds of ways to address disease, whether it's through addressing disease in our responders, whether it's addressing disease in those that are homeless. And I think we've talked about the fact that a lot of our individuals on the street that are homeless are there not particularly because they want to be, but because there's a disease or there's something that happened to them. So what I did was I decided to branch out a little more, and with the help with others, I created other programs that address those needs. So we have a heart screening program that actually provides a heart screening and wellness program to all of our Northern Arizona first responders. Now that's because they're 300% more at risk of having heart attacks versus you and I.
Oh, wow.
Which is really cool. Now, how that came about was we actually had one of our very own responders in Flagstaff that he was, at the age of 40, he had a heart attack. He was out running with his wife, and Patrick Burns came to the Hallows Foundation and said, I don't want this to happen to any other responder, and I know doing some research that they're 300% more at risk of having heart attacks. What do we do? Can we do a program? And so we created the Hearts Worth Savings Program with his help and his face behind it. And to date, we've screened over 350 of our responders in Northern Arizona. Now, out of those responders, we've had a couple that one resulted in immediate transportation down to Phoenix for a quadruple bypass.
Oh, wow.
And had he not done the screening, they wouldn't have found it. And then we've had other issues that were found. So that's really important. And then as you can see, we kind of moved into that responder field, working with our first responders. And we created the Better Bucks program with Lieutenant Leswicki from the Flagstaff Police Department to be able to address panhandling in a compassionate manner.
That's just so specifically to those that aren't familiar with the program, that people are able to purchase these Better Bucks from Shadows, and then that's what they have on hand. So if they pass someone on that street corner or downtown somewhere, that instead of giving money, that could enable.
Absolutely. So the way that it works is that these books are voucher books, and there's 5 $1 vouchers inside the books. There's participating merchants that participate in the program. And then on the back side of the Better Bucks is an all-day bus pass. So you or I would go purchase the books. We'd have different locations that you could purchase them at. You would go purchase the books, keep them in your car, as you said, and then when you see an individual out there, instead of giving them $1 or $2, you would give them one of the voucher books, or you could pull the dollars out from it because they're like giving dollars. And then they take that money and they go to the merchants and spend it. But they, like I said, once again, they can only spend it on non-alcoholic, non-tobacco related items.
Gotcha.
So it's really cool because you know exactly when you purchase those books what the money's going for.
So one of the ways that I got started with Shadows and knowing that it helps local people, and that's what Shadows is all about, but that there's local events that those of us who want to help can be part of, and it's a lot of fun.
It is a lot of fun, and I think that we started out with Shadows doing a lot of events because it was a marketing tool to be able to bring awareness to what we were doing as well as raise money for what we were doing. But we had so much fun doing our events. As you know, we have a lot of fun with our events that it branched out to where it started with one event where we do our Hearts with Savings dinner event with our golf tournament that we're in the 8th year, but it branched out to doing runs and to doing monthly comedy shows, to doing all kinds of fun stuff that we do that consumers or our community supporters can come, because you may be a business that can support, and that's awesome, but then you could be just an individual that says, you really like to go and have a good time. I don't have a lot of money, but I really want to go have a good time, and I know that it's just supporting a great cause.
And I gotta say this, a Laugh Out Loud event, I won a Phoenix Suns box. All expense paid with catering. So, I mean, not that we're promising that to everyone here, but there's lots of cool businesses that get involved. There's just lots of fun that happens with it. And again, there's that bottom line feel good that you're helping your local fellow man.
Except if you want to volunteer, you can go to shadowsfoundation.org, check out the contact us regarding sponsoring, volunteering. If you want to donate an item for our auctions, for our events that we do every month, or just want to know more about our events or Shadows, you can contact us.
This is our 9th Flag Home Fridays, and as a way to support Shadows and to thank you as well for watching, the first 10 shares are going to get their own coupon of Better Bucks, a way that you can start helping and supporting the local community. So please share, like, subscribe, and if you guys want to be featured, your own business or organization on a next Flag Home Fridays, contact me below. Take care, guys.